Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back to the PC Swap channel. Today we're going to be looking at how you can sell your PCs and parts on our website, PC Swaps. It will also be a mobile app. I feel like we've been saying it's almost done for a while, but it will be almost done, I promise. We should have that done in a few weeks. It's just, with the pandemic and everything, it's just slowed that down a little bit. But we actually do have two parts we're going to be listing. We have a Ryzen 7 3700X. That's brand new. We'll be listing that at $255. I think that's reasonable. And then we can field offers if anyone offers a little bit less. And then we're also going to be listing some DDR4 RAM. It might be the exact same kit as this one. It's 3000 megahertz, 8 gigabytes. We'll probably list that at $25 or $30. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I'm just gonna log out real quick. So you can either, if you don't have an account, you can register. It's really easy. You just create email, username, password, and then you can select how you found PC Swaps. That's just good because we can track and find out what works best to grow the site. And then after you register, you may just have to give your address to register as a seller, but that's pretty easy too. I already have my stuff in there, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. And then, so this is just kind of the layout of the site. We have all of our listings up here, not the most organized up there, but all of our featured categories, and then trending. These are just the most recent listings. Then we have some testimonials, some sellers who like our site, then all of our helpful links in the footer. You can also reach out to us via our support chat. We usually respond within an hour, as you can see there. Usually within a few minutes if we can, but it just depends. So we're going to go ahead and get into listing the items. So you can either click up here and click sell your hardware, or sell on PC Swaps. Any of those will take you to this page where you can start entering stuff in. So for example, actually you can scroll to find it, but it's a lot easier if you just type in and have caps lock on. If you just type in, and it'll filter the whatever is available. We added that pretty soon after we launched the site, which is really helpful. So processors, I'll go to AMD Ryzen processors, and then model, I'm going to search up 3700X. There we go. Integrated graphics, it does not have integrated graphics. AM4 socket, it does include the CPU cooler. It comes with the Wraith Prism. We're just going to say brand new Ryzen 7 3700X with Wraith Prism. And if you're not familiar, that's the RGB one. We only have one of these. If you do select multiple quantity, the listing will stay up until your quantity hits 0. So similar to a lot of other sites as well. We only have one though. Like I said, we're going to be listing it for $255. I think the retail is $290. It might be $280. Let's go ahead and look it up real quick. 3700X. Yeah, so we'll say $290. That's what I saw there. Cool. And then we'll just description, brand new, never opened, Ryzen 7 3700X. I usually just like to put message me with questions, just in case anyone has any questions. What does it look like? We actually have, it's just medium. So we have this one. That's like the first one's going to be the thumbnail, and then the other one, I just took a picture of the sticker just to show that it was still closed. And then you enter your shipping dimensions. Just a quick note, we do not recommend stock photos. It's nicer for buyers to see the actual item. I'm sure if you've bought anything maybe on like eBay or Craigslist It's a lot better if you actually see what you're buying as opposed to just a stock image that doesn't show you a whole lot. And then you just enter your weight. I actually haven't weighed this, but I'll just say it's gonna be 3 pounds. Nah, we'll do 2.5 with the packaging. Probably 6 by 6 by 6. 5 by 5 by 5. It's the dimensions don't matter as much. It's mostly about weight. But yeah, this listing looks pretty good. Go ahead and publish that. And then as you can see, it's listed. Pretty nice picture there. Shows everything. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. It's really easy to list items on our site. And especially when we get the mobile app done, it will be even easier. You can also do this from the mobile site. It's pretty easy. You can take pictures right from the website, but it's just easier for screen recording purposes if we do it on the desktop site. And then if you need to manage your listings, you can just click the My Setup. You can see available, sold, expired, removed, things like that. You can also go to My Swaps, and there you can see any of your conversations. You will receive emails about any purchases, messages, things like that. We are working on like a notification, like a little badge notification, and then once you come here, it'll show like a little badge to say which like if you're selling something, and then it'll show that this one has an unread message, but we're just not quite there yet. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and list the other one. You can also edit the listings. You can see right there. It also shows up here, or if you wanted to go to My Setup, you can also edit all your listings there. You can go to, for example, seller dashboard. You can see all your sales and stuff like that. And we do pay out via PayPal right now. It's still only 8% total as a selling fee, so it's much cheaper than eBay. Again, 8% total. It doesn't cost you anything for the payout. We use it a little bit differently than most sites. So as soon as you cash out, it gets sent directly to your PayPal instantly, and then you can go ahead and do whatever you want with that money. That's obviously your decision. You can see your purchases from here. In your seller dashboard, you can see all of your things, and then for example, I click on this and I can see that I sold this for $280. I can track the package and communicate with the buyer. Addresses, you can update your addresses. You can add payment methods under payment methods. Our help center is where you can find a lot of other good information about the site. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. So you can search up here for stuff. You can also click any of these tabs or down here. So let's say I want to find out about selling. How are you protected as a seller? How do I sell on PC swaps? What are the fees? Again, 8% total, as you can see right there, which is quite reasonable compared to most marketplaces. And we try to keep that. Try to keep all or as much as of the money as possible to our sellers. If you're buying, you can see our buyer protection, which is right here. So basically, with our buyer protection, once the item is marked as delivered, our site handles like all that automated tracking. Once it's marked as delivered, you have 3 days to accept the item as advertised or open a dispute. If you open a dispute, we'll step in and help negotiate either a return and refund, or maybe if it's something small, like say the seller listed it as a 1050 Ti and it ended up being a 1050, maybe it can be like a $20 partial refund, or whatever works for both the buyer and the seller. Obviously, if it's like broken or anything, we'll just return and refund it. But some things can be, solved by partial refunds. And then as a seller, once those 3 days pass or the buyer accepts the item as advertised, you will be able to cash out the funds. So until that happens, we hold the funds just as precaution for fraud, and make sure the seller ships the item as described and stuff like that. And if they don't ship it, obviously buyers will get refunded, sellers won't get their payment. As a seller, because you enter the dimensions down here, the buyer always pays for the label, and then once the item sells, you'll be able to generate a label that has everything on it. It'll have your address, the buyer's address, so all you need to do is print it out, slap it on the package, and then get it shipped out. So it's really easy. And of course, we're always open to feedback. If you have any suggestions about what can make the site better, feel free to either send us an email, support chat, comments of this YouTube video, whatever you think can help us help you, and help the community as far as creating a better place to buy and sell computers and computer parts. But yeah, other than that, if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to leave them in the comments. We hope this was a pretty good, in-depth explanation of how you can sell stuff and how easy it can be, and just kind of some of our policies about the site if you weren't familiar with any of them.